Hello and welcome back. Right, while I was down here I thought I would just quickly do the honey thing. I'm going to make that bigger. I am. In fact, yeah, do you know, I think I'd like to move the location. So I think we need to delete that first. Do you want to sub it out? Yes. Now then, let me remind myself. Animals, bees, the bigger one. 7.4, let's go large, 24, 32. We're going to stick, no, we're going to stick at the top. Yeah, we don't have to stick anywhere near this, do we? I don't want it to be too silly though, but yeah. Stick this at the top of this top of here, but not right. Yeah. Smashing. Excellent. Right, I am scanning the fields. I am. This is off camera, but I just thought quickly while we're down this end of the field and while we were scanning, I'd quickly do this. I'm not going to do any of the BGA work or anything like that. It's getting to the important bit now where we need to be sticking. Also, yeah, I'm going to literally cut back in once we've got done the scanning of the fields, and then we're going to crack on with doing some more work. So I'm going to see you shortly. Right, that's done. Yeah, we shall this. I think we can guess what this is going to look like. I think we found our best fields. This one has got nearly all loam. It's just got that patch of sandy loam right down at the bottom, so that is going to be a phenomenal field. Yeah, it is. I mean, yeah, also the animal fields are not bad. The worst is the little house on the prairie field, and the proper field that you start off with is also got a massive lot of silty clay, which is the worst soil. This is a mixed bag. Yeah, sandy loam, loamy sand is pretty much of a muchness. Obviously there's a small band of loam, but by far the best field is 35, so that is amazing. Right, we'll send that up to the top. I've already grabbed the lorry and sent it over to, let me just send that over there. Yeah, over so that it makes it a bit easy for us to grab I did forget to get the grass because I'd already got some. Yeah, I sent it to the furthest one. We're going to grab 100 and something tons. This is where we need to be clever. I've got to be careful now. I've got to try and work out the months very briefly to see how much we're going to process, because we have an awful lot of grass. This only does 120 tons per. Yeah, the other thing is, I think I am right. If I do we have got, I'll show you in a minute, but yeah, obviously this is due for a cut. But if I cut this in November, it would take 3 months next year to grow, whereas if I did it last month, I had a lot on last month in the game, obviously. So we've got all of the field work to do, and that really was more important than anything else. So each of these two silos do. Now I have found something else that is going to aid us on this. It does 240 tons per month, and also does grass to hay and all sorts of weird and wonderful things. I shall show you in a minute. I have seen this on Mr. Silly P's Let's Play. I did take notice. Well, I suppose he obviously doesn't show you every single thing about a production or anything. So I placed it on Western Wilds yesterday at the end of the session, where I often do the sort of tests to see if a production's going to work for us or not, and I was blown away. I think it's the farm production pack from Momentan. No, it's not called that. I'll show you in a few minutes. We'll just fill this up, take it to the BGA, put this in, and we'll grab the other from. Yeah, in fact, that's not a bad idea. We should stick the spare into the oh wow, it's doing that weird thing again. Oh, this is awful. It really is. Oh well, it is what it is. Now then, why are we? Please tell me that thing, Betty. You're not riding circles, are you? Please tell me you're not. Right, not anymore. Oh, we should stop packing that away. I like to leave it out. You know, seriously. Right, let's stick this at the back so we know where it is. It's not hurting anybody tucked into the. Mind you, what's the point in having a shed if we're parking the retriever out in the open? That's what I want to know. Yes, that is a good question. Right, so that can be tucked in there where it can. Let's go grab the lorry. Yeah, and we will. Yes, I need to be. I do think I'll show you in a minute. Yeah, I hate. I always prefer to show rather than talk about things. I think the human. Well, I personally do. I don't know about everybody else. I see better if I see something. Yes. Yeah, I'm hoping to do a few sessions of ROMBOZ because, yeah, I am. Over this weekend, I'm calling this my ROMBOZ weekend. So I'm going to do quite a few episodes on ROMBOZ. I've done 3 Western Wilds episodes. I've done 2 or 3 Greenlands episodes. I've done 2 or 3 Hobo's Hollow. So yeah. The other thing is, one of my favourite Let's Plays that I let go was Adelshoven. I loved that Let's Play, and it appeared from the statistics that it was awful and doing terrible. Well, I went on it today. I was looking on YouTube as if I was watching videos, and lo and behold, the very last episode of Adelshoven had 587 views, which for me, for one video, is a lot. So I thought, you know, it was me thinking that people really just didn't like Adelshoven, and it was really one of my absolute favourites, when really the statistics were wrong on YouTube Studio, which is obviously for you as a content creator. The statistics were quite awful, but actually on YouTube itself, if you were viewing the video, it tells you there were nearly 600 viewers. So here's me sort of stopping playing that one because I thought, you know, I did make mention it on one video, but obviously, yeah. So at some point, the trouble is right now. Wow, did I already do this? Oh, I did. I did it last time, didn't I? Yes. Right. I'm going to let go of this a minute because it's, yeah, it seems to steady up if you do that for a minute, and then we shall stick it back. I'm going to drop this into the silo. I'm going to go and grab the other, and we're then going to put the productions. In fact, I'll do that. I'm going to put this down. The trouble is we are running out of space. I'm thinking Little House on the Prairie, just the other side of the fence. I'm thinking we might extend that into, because it is a weird. I know we're going to have to redo field edges and stuff like that, but hey ho, it is what it is. Yeah, I think I want to maybe just extend the yard. I can knock the fence down like we have and re-put the fence down. Now then. Yes, I can. That's what I'm thinking. But we could always put fences, extend it across that little jutty out bit. I'll show you what I mean with this mouse here. I mean, obviously the fence goes up there, so this bit here juts out. We could extend that sort of so that, in fact, we could, I suppose, extend that all the way down there and still have Little House on the Prairie field is a giant amongst fields. Yeah, I must rename those again. Well, obviously when I did the courses, they just calls it the default CP1, CP2. I did do that one, but I forgot to do these two, so I'm going to rename it Animal Fields, and that one already has got a number, although it's... Yeah, why is that not showing its number? It's 35, isn't it? Right, let's send this off to the one that's closest, and in fact, you know, it's only a stone throw away. Let's not be lazy. Let's start this filling, then I'm going to literally show you what I mean. Yeah, in that bit there, it does, on the map it doesn't look like it juts out like that, but to me that's a perfect place to round the field off a little bit better and stick a production in there, because we're going to put the slurry yard in that place where I said we were going to put the slurry yard. But we've got to box clever. Winter is... Now then, you've gone past the nozzle. Yeah, winter's only so long. It's only really till there's November, December, January, February, and then March is sort of the beginning of where everything starts to grow and take off again. So yeah, we really do need to make the most of winter. Right. Okay, let's step out. Let's show you what I'm waffling on about. Yes, it is this production. I'm sure it is Omatana, but it might be the Lords. Not that one. I am going to place that one. That is an excellent all-rounder. I want to obviously go into productions, but productions that suit us. Oh, we've got the dairy down already. This one here, farm supplies production, and I'm not sure France whether, you know, we'll go for that. Yeah, always in America I always go the red Barney type, but this is France. In fact, I suppose. No, because this is, if we're not doing this instead of the Hessian. Yeah, you can see on the right hand side what it does. It does a bit of everything. That is big though, so I've got to find somewhere. I wanted to put a couple of Hessians. So is that? Yeah, this is suppose instead of the Hessians. So we need to... Yeah, also, yeah, that's true. It does need to be sort of like... No, that is a point. Where do you dump? That's at the end. Ah, no, you have to drive through, so it has got to be in a clever place. Yeah, we are running out. Well, we might need to go over the... I just don't like losing field. I really don't. Not when there are some spots. Yeah, I was thinking in between of these two. Ah, I suppose I could. Yeah, that is a point. Yeah, trying to think. He is massive. I'll show you what I mean. If we demolished quite a lot of the fence, I know this seems like I'm desecrating, but this is for a purpose. And it would form a natural pass-through where the barm could form the thing where we can still get to it all the way down here. Let's make sure we can though. Yeah, still not enough, not quite. Oh, nearly though. I don't want to go too mad with the fence. Obviously haven't gone far enough though, or I would still be able to place that. Now, is there anything down there like wood or straw? Because that always stuff things up. Might be even the deco foliage might do something. No, because we placed the... Yeah, I don't think it was actually. Let's zoom back a little. So it could there. So it is still a fence. I think we're too close to the fence. I always forget these have a hidden skirt. Most placeables have little bits that extend beyond the building that you place in. So this does seem quite flat here though. Let's try that again now. Something there that it's not liking. Okay, let's do... My normal is to do the soften tool. That destroys any like straw or... If there's wood though, that's definitely gonna... Right, let's try that again. If not, we shall go down and have a closer look, because yeah, this is definitely... It should go there now. Okay. Lights there. Okay. But doesn't like it when you go up there. It looks to me like that brown. It doesn't like that brown... Yeah. Whether that's something special, but it doesn't seem to like it when you get close to that. So we need the end. Yeah, we also need to take a little bit more off of that. It is a pass through, so we need to get past it. We may need to take a tiny touch off that side. Is that the best place for it? I really wanted it in between these two fields, if I'm honest. I truly did. But we've got to be able to get enough. Doesn't like it. It seems to be closer to that than it doesn't like. Okay. Right, well that's as good as it gets. Yeah. Should I put the Hessian here and then? No, because this is... I'll show you why I'm doing this, and we will probably place two of these. Or shall we? Should we have one? Do you know, let's stick with our original plan. Let's stick to Hessians. You've wrecked the fence though now. I have, that is true. Really have. I'm going to stick it like that in between. Yeah, so you can get either field and it's in the middle-ish. But being as... Yeah, let's put it closer to this end, and we will... Yeah, we'll just leave it as a big gateway. I might put some fences, and I'll probably put some of the nice wooden fences. Right, smashing. And number 2. Yeah, I think we should stick that one. Probably, I might clear these trees. No, I don't want to destroy the trees. I do love trees, I do. And I don't want to destroy them willy-nilly. Yeah, the other one I'm going to do... Now that is the point. We've got the one over there. I think it's between these two that we need this. Because these two are going to have straw. So the straw can go straight in. Right, we need to demolish some of the fence. Yeah, we do, in the middle. I do want this to be in the middle. So this is for a purpose. It's not me, yeah, wanting. I want to do as little as possible on this, though. I do. He says as he goes mad. Not really, no, because it's going to take up quite a lot. I might need to even demolish a tiny bit more, because there's no way you can get in there. It will let me put it in the actual fence. Okay. Smashing. Let's just make sure that that's reasonable. Let's soften. Let's go up 1. need to go to the other one. Yeah, smash him. Ah, so it does let you skim over really quickly if you go high. Alright, that's alright. I've noticed before, but never really cottoned on what slows me down. It's when you zoom at this type level. Now that actually looks fairly level to me. Let's go down one. Yeah, it's not bad actually there. Just a little tiny touch there. Right. So we've got two Hessians there, one either side, mainly for straw. The straw can go straight in, and I know obviously, yeah, now I'm going to put one of those down, and I am doing this for a good reason, so we can transfer. Yeah, the Hessians were also half the price, so we need to look at how much grass we've got. I am going to do this off camera because this is going to be very boring. We're going to work out. So we've got November, which is going to take us till December morning. So if we say December, January, February and March, gives us 4 cycles, 4 months, and each one of those does 120 tonnes of grass. So that's 480 per month, and that's December, January, February, March, 4 months. I keep got a goldfish memory, really I've got a goldfish memory, terrible. Right, so let's stick that in. So far we've taken all of the silage and we've stuck it all in here. Now what I'm going to do is we shall look at how much total grass we've got. Yeah, total grass. Let's have a look. And we've already looked at that a little lot. The total grass is in the production, that is. So we've got 1.2 million. Obviously we've only got these two, and also we've got the main silo, and that one's got, yeah, if we say that's 2 million, we've got 2 million tonnes of grass in those two big ones. In the silo we also put, actually we put them in 2 silos. We put them in the silo where the animals are from that other field and our other silo. So we have, oh my life, 4.3 million tonnes of grass. So 4.3. I don't want this to take forever, is my point. You see, we could go all winter and only manage to get 4.3 million tonnes. Now, we just said, if we've got those 4, if we transport the grass, that's 480 tonnes per month, and we've got 4 months, which is 960. Yeah, we need to double our output. So what I think we need to do is get 2 of those super duper ones, because they do 240. Plus, you could be clever. It can turn grass to hay. So the first month we could turn 240 tonnes in 2 of them into 480 tonnes of hay, and then we can turn the hay, which is its own set of cycles, into silage, and we can turn the grass in the same thing to silage. So we would be doubling up, and we could do that. 2 of those, even though that's 50 grand that would be gone. The only bad thing is we do need to decide where they're going, because they are quite large and they do take up quite a lot of space. So with that being in mind, let's have a quick look. And yeah, I think 2 of them. I'm going to do my sums and I will come back to you when I've got it all written down. Yeah, I'm going to stop. No, I'm not. I'm going to show you this bit. Oh, that looks like that's grass. A bit of grass there, I think. Yeah, it does. I'm going to have to. It's not going to let me place unless I use a soften tool to get rid of it. Yeah, because it classes it as an object. For those who didn't know, yeah, it does. Or even a piece of wood, it's exactly the same. So then, the Omatano. Now, I am going to clear a little bit, a couple of these trees, only a couple, to make us a proper way. And I'm also going to demolish 2 more fence panels to make it easy for us to escape. We're going to make a proper road here to make this as part of the yard. Now we're going to put number 1 of these super duper things there, because I want it close by. I do. It's going to be a pass through. Now it makes more sense to have that like that. We're going to pass through the middle. In fact, yeah, actually that's not bad. If I'm right, I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to chop a couple of those trees down just to make it easier. Trouble is, it's a bit of a boulevard. Yeah, but it is part of our yard. Oh no, I don't like the idea of that. Let's just take the edge of the field off. Let's do that. We will take one of them though, the one that's in the way, but that's not bad. I'm hardly losing any field for that. That is about as good as it gets. And it's only 224, so that's going to be fairly flat. Right. That's one. Okay, so that's the first one. Now the second one, do we stick it? I really wanted it over here somewhere. I truly did. So it's close, but is that a good idea? Is it better to have... I'm trying to think, because we're transferring grass. We've got the hessians that are going to serve the actual fields for sticking the straw in, which is really, that's for next year. But we can leverage those cycles for now. What about sticking... No, is that going to work? Well, I suppose there's a lot there. There is actually quite a lot of... It's reasonably flat as well. It's not terrible. Let's have a look. Yeah, no, it would be better the other way around, where the grass bit does that, and we could almost put that there, and we've still got a pass through. Yeah, I like that. It's not taking up any field either. It's a little bit bumpy. I know it's going to go a little bit funny. I know that definitely. But it's not wasting any field, and it's still got the pass-through gateway for us to go through without losing any sort of thing. So, right, let's now do a bit of landscaping on both of them. Soften just a tad. I did notice it taking a bit just there. Let's go all the way around. It's not terrible. No, it doesn't look terrible. This one looked even better. That was hardly any... That was really very flat. Yeah, smashing. Right, so... Right, this has got to be done off camera. It really has. Right, we shall switch them on in a minute. This is the one I'm talking about cutting. Just this one that is in our way. I don't like cutting them unless it is absolutely necessary, but I do seriously think this one is. So we're going to chop this one. Just this one. Is that one in the way? I don't think so. I think we can get away with that one. But if it does become apparent that it is obviously a real pain and it does get in the way, then we shall obviously do that as well. Now, where did I stick our saw bench? Wasn't it over here somewhere? I must took it out of the way. It was out of the way as well. Now, the best way to look for this is on the map. It is, because it shows the picture of it, doesn't it? It wasn't down there, was it? That's multi-fruit. Let's have a look. That is fermenting. Oh, that's a sawmill. Where did I stick that? Or did I? Have I not? That's the beehive. Zoom in a little. Okay, well, let's visit the... I'm not... You know, I'm a terror. I really am awful at this. Remembering. Oh, I'm in the middle of... Right, let's visit the dairy. That's literally dragged me right into the... Yeah, it has. Right. Well. Dairy. Silo. Now, have I... Oh, I don't have. Yeah, that. Before I get too carried away, let's grab a tractor and bring it down here, because we do need to feed the animals. Yeah, I'm getting carried away. Now, I'm truly trying to remember where I put it. I've got a feeling it was at the top. Yeah, I'll show you where I think it is. I think it's... No, it's not. Did I put it up by the... Over there at the back? Do you know, Mr. Memory? Never grow old. Have I not placed it yet? That's the thing. I'm not sure. Maybe I haven't. That is a point. Is there any way to sell points? No, that's true. That is true. Let's be clever. Let's use the map. Let's just leave sell points, and we'll take away contracts, workers, animals. Now, it could be classed as a production. Tip stations, tools, trailers, combines, vehicles. Which leaves... Oh, pretty well. I can't have put one down then, can I? I can't have done. I thought I'd put it down. Okay. Right, well in that case, I think I was actually spoilt for choice on where to stick it. I reckon we're going to stick it up here in the middle of the trees, because it's well away from the stuff that we need to do. So let's do that. One production, sell points. This is my tree begun. I think it's A's, because I do get a little bit of money. I could have sworn we'd stuck this down. Surely could, but hey ho. Right, now that we needed that away round, let's get rid of that tree that we've already got here. It's just a stone throw away. Smash it, and let's go and do that tree down. It always does that. When you least want it to do a roll all over the place, it does. When you don't care, it doesn't. Right, yeah. Let's get rid of this tree. This is, they say this is, I like this because at least it gives you money as well. You're not wasting the tree with a tree begun, but I do like this. It's my tree begun. Yeah, and probably a lot of others as well. Smash it. Right, we'll stick that. Oh, of course, the mushrooms. Ah, of course. Yeah, there's no sounds and picking mushroom. Of course. This is my original save. Now I'm going to do a trick later and see if we can do a trick I learnt at the beginning of this. I really am. And sometimes you can do a little trick. We shall see. Right, so what we're going to do now is I'm going to switch the productions off camera. And we are going to... What I'm going to do is shift all of the grass that we need. So I'm going to do some workings out first. I'm going to come back. I'm going to literally tell you what I've worked out. I hate maths. And we shall see what we need to get everything pushed across. And then I'm going to do that. I'm also going to stick the grass from our central locations and stick them in all of these things and activate the productions. And then I'm going to tell you how much we're going to do. And then we're going to feed the BGA going through the winter. We are going to go, yeah, we've done everything. We have done the weeding. Let's switch this slot back on now that we've done that. In fact, yeah, hang on one second. Let's see what that does look like. Yeah, it does. It looks like that. Yeah, okay, so that's it. It's one of those. Right, no worries. Okay, let's switch everything back on now then. I don't want them off for long. Yeah, I'm also going to... No, in fact, we'll do the animals now. Let's send one of the... In fact, let's send this one, the little one. Well, I say little, it's 205 horsepower. Right, let's drop... In fact, yeah, let's drop all of those. And let's drop that. Now... No, I will give you a shout out on this, but I've forgotten. Was it Kevin or... I'm not sure. One of the viewers did say to me, and I am very grateful of this fact, that actually 3 cubic meters of lime is actually 10 tons in weight, which does explain why a tractor, even a heavy tractor like this, is actually very front heavy. So thank you very much. I will get your name as well. I cannot... Yeah, I can't remember. Well, you know how shocking my memory is. I am awful, yes. I do normally try to remember that type of thing, and even usually write it down, but this time I haven't. Right, so let's get the total mix ration into the animals, into the see our crop growing nicely. Isn't it a shame though that the best field that we've got with a 25% bonus, or well, I would imagine because we've got some sandy loam or loamy sand, it would probably take it down to an additional 18% on top of the standard amount that we get grown in that, due to the fact the soil is nearly all loam. Isn't it typical that that's the one with that grass bands on? Really typical. Right. Forage. No. Animal feed mixer. Keep saying that. I think I said it. I looked in editing last time. I thought, you Wally. It's not. Yeah, I didn't call it the right thing. Oh, you just gone straight past it. We're talking, haven't you? I bet you it's on the other side of there. Oh, okay. Is it not? No. Oh, it's there. Right next to the silo. Yeah. Left it there, so it was nice and easy, and you still forgot. Right, so I think the water's bad on the horse as well. I did have a little look, but obviously I've got no farm, no equipment down here. Yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to feed this now. Ooh. What are you doing? gaps there that you need to fill. Right, water. Yeah, this has got a very short grab thing. Very short. Now then, yes, I'm hopefully this time. Now then, that is right in our way. Typical me, left it right in the way. Just as I usually do. Can we nudge that out of the way? Nudge, not destroy. Boy, is that gotta be exact on that. I don't believe how exact that has to be. Or is it full? Have you done it again? Does that automatically draw the water or something if I go over this? No, it's not. It is almost like that though, because I looked at that and there was no water in it. It's almost like, because I thought it was me, I did, but it seems to be when I go over with the water thing, it doesn't take the water out, but it does fill that up, which is very strange. Right, food for the horse. Let's have a look. Summer, what food do you need? Food, 10,971 out of 12,000. Brilliant. Okay. Right, let's move this a little out of the way. I've left that in a rather precarious position. I'm hoping we will get, oh, that is the point. Through the winter, we're going to see if that's the animal thing will kick in and it will take summer out on some outings. But as soon as it gets to be spring again, I would like to make this quite a long get through the winter, because I think I've hinted that I think this is going to be stupendous growth over the winter due to the amount of grass we've got, even without cutting that grass one more time. So yes, that's what I'm hoping to do. Let's get through to next March, so over the weekend, or, well, I'd like to do it over this session, but that's going to be a bumper one, because there's going to be a lot of work that takes place off camera with me doing all this, shifting grass from one of these silos to the next. Now, let's have a look. Nearly 10 tonnes of milk and 18 tonnes of slurry. Now that's got 56, so we'll leave that till tomorrow. Right, so that's not bad actually. Yeah, we'll leave this down here because we're not going to need... Right, so we've done the animals. Yes, we have. They're all happy. Let's just check. You say that so confidently. Yes, slurry. Yeah, there's a touch, but that's going to last till tomorrow morning. And yeah, absolutely, that is going to last till tomorrow. And daily riding is at 0 at the minute, and it will be, obviously, because yeah, we haven't ridden him, and it's first thing in the morning. Oh, that's true, I don't know if summer is a... I presume they're mares, actually, if I'm honest, because obviously... No, I don't know. No, you always buy them, don't you? So I don't presume anything. I don't. What is... Oh, I left alone. Of course I did. Yeah, I know where. So I was looking at that all wrong. Right. So what I'm going to do now then is I'm going to go away, do my sums, come back in, tell you what we've got to do, and then I'm going to enact the master plan, what we need to take from which one to which and how much, and I'm going to do that where we literally transfer all of that into all of the silos that we need to and activate the productions that we need. So yes, I'm going to work out as well, because obviously those two new ones they do, I haven't showed you that, have I? Let me show you the production first. These are super duper. I did have a look, but look at grass to hay, 240 tonnes it does. So we can put two of those is 480 tonnes of grass to hay, and then the month after we can do 240 tonnes of hay per one and convert that to silage, and then we can still leave grass in, which will also do 240 tonnes, which is 480 tonnes over the two. So that is almost 1 million tonnes over the space of 2 months, because obviously the hay is going to take 1 month of production of change, and then the other's going to do 2 sets. It's going to do grass and hay silage. So the second month it would do nearly 1,000,000 tons. The first one it would do 480. So that's a lot. And then obviously we've got the, I'm going to use the Hessians, and we've got 2 of those. So that, yeah, no, that's what I've just been said. The fermenting silage does 120 tons, and both of those do, and the Hessians both do 120 tons each as well. Again, we could do 2 months of converting grass to hay, and we could also transfer if we need to, because I don't want to go silly and put down 10 of everything or something silly like that. And we have got a lot of grass to process over the months, so I'm going to go away now, come back with what we need to do, how many we need to move from this to that, and then after that I'm going to do that. So I shall see you shortly. Hello and welcome back. Right, yeah, we have a bit of a dilemma. We do. Now I shall just go through a few rudiments. We can easily process all of our grass actually before March, but unfortunately the BGA cannot process anywhere near that amount, so it is a bit of a dilemma. Yeah, obviously it's going to produce a lot of money, but I think we're sort of going to need to reinvest. Now, I've always sworn by this BGA, and I still do, but I don't really want to be placing multiples of the same one. So we have got options. I'm talking, so I've literally turned time down, even though it's not that important. So, preliminary. Right, we have got 4 fermenting silos that each will process 120 tons, both of hay and of grass, which will mean by the December and January that will have processed, if we round the 480 to 500 tons just for simplicity, that means that will have taken 1,000,000 tons of grass in those 4 fermenting silos, including the 2 Hessians and the 2 original fermenting silos. So that's 1,000,000 tons. We've got 4 million. Now the others they do double that amount, so that means those 2 new ones that we have placed, now they will produce, what I'm going to do is stick they're doing hay. I should show you what we've actually got. They will produce 480 tons in December, ready for January. We will then put 480 tons from that, and put it in the original 4, which means they will then be doing grass and hay for the month after, which would be January, which would mean by the end of February morning, they will have processed 2 million tons of between the grass and the hay. And the other ones, to be honest, they are monsters. Yeah, in the 2 months they will have produced 480 tons, so 500,000 of. So that's by December, which is January morning, they will have produced 500,000 tons of silage. And obviously the hay we're transferring to the others twice, which means by February morning, that was 1,000,000 of hay that's going to be transferred to the other 2. So basically by March morning, it is complicated. By March morning, it will have processed everything, but that is absolutely fantastic. And the other thing is, if you do look at that particular thing, now it will mean that we're going to have to put some water down by those, some water points, because yeah, these have quite an amazing ability, which I didn't realise until I placed one yesterday. Silage digestate. So I've switched grass silage off, which literally does just that to that. Now if we add 500 of water, which is a lot of water, don't get me wrong, it really is, but if we had 500 of them, that's going to take an absolute age to do, isn't it? Should we just leave the BGA to do the digestate? I mean, don't get me wrong, it is a lot. Mind you, it is a lot. This is all about investment. It is the time element I'm going to have to do off camera, because this is going to be a backbreaker. It really is. But instead of doing grass to silage, we're going to do silage digestate, which is, the recipe is grass plus 500 tons of 1 ton of grass to 500 litres, half a ton of water. So yes, we'll produce 1,000 silage and 500, as you can plainly see. This is for my benefit, because I'm the one that's not very good at sort of thinking about this. Why have we got, oh, that's in the, Oh, it's sharing. It's doing that thing where it's sharing storage with your normal silo because it's close by. Oh, I had this on Westbridge Hills. Oh, I hope this is not going to cause trouble. Right, anyway, yes, so silage to digestate will do that, even if it does take me an absolute age. So the problem isn't doing the digestate. By March morning, every single iota of grass will have been converted into silage. The real problem is our BGA can only process, and this is only by cleverness, it can really only do, if you put, yeah, I'll show you, it can only do 75 tonnes. If I go and stand in front of this, you shall see what it says. The hopper will only hold 75 tonnes of silage at any one time. Now, if I stick that in the morning, it will last till dinner time. So, basically, by morning we'll stick 75 tonnes in. At dinner time, we will stick another 75 tonnes in. And by tea time, when you would sleep, you would put another 75 tonnes in it, which is a total of 225 tonnes. It is capable of, through trickery, because if you just did sleeps, it would only do 75 tonnes. So yes, by speeding through the day, which I will, I will show those. I will show those sequences, but we need to transfer that. The transferring all of the grass from the different things to each of the things is what I'm going to do off camera, because that is going to be the absolute horribleness, and you know how much we've got. So I shall show at different stages when we've got all of the grass into the different silos. I shall show that very briefly so that you can see that what has been done is exactly what I've said is being done. But 225 tonnes would mean, if you round it to 250, would mean the four of those over those 4 months would mean 1 million tonnes of silage is able to be processed to produce both energy and digestate. So the digestate we would sell at the slurry yard, and the optimal time is the months of January and February. Now that's not the problem. I'm not worried about that. The slurry yard is fantastic all year round, but obviously they're the best months. So that would be the best months, but I'm not worried. I'm really not about that. My dilemma is, this is the only BGA. Obviously I don't think there is another. I did have a brief look on the map, and I cannot for the life of me see. I don't think there is a BGA. I'm almost sure this is for you to place your own. I've had a brief look. I can't see anything obvious. I know it's a sawmill down there. At the top of the mill there is... Let's visit. Let's not... Yeah. Okay. I grand... Oh, I'm not sure what that actually means. That's productions. So, I suppose we can look on the... Ooh. Yeah, but it's definitely not BGA. That is the one thing we can say. We can have a look though to see... Yeah, let's have a look at... Ooh, I have a bee. I can hear a bee. Wow. I do know we've got new noise. Ah, it's there. Wow. Is it? Yeah, I know there's new flora and fauna. Is that one of the new birds of prey? Perhaps it is. JMGaming has been very busy. He has. Yeah, now I won't be able to pick mushrooms or anything like that, and I am going to do my trick to see if I can actually get this in without me completely starting from scratch. There are 2 or 3 ways I can do this, where I can take the... What I'm worried about is, obviously we have spent absolutely forever doing the fields. That I'm not going to do. Even if it meant I did miss the new things, then I would. But yeah, I don't want to. I would like to. Wow, look at the lay of the land on that. That's phenomenal. Right, anyway, let's have a look on the prices of everything to see what the map itself does. If we start to look at things like... Let's have a look. It's digestate. No, it's actually just at the places that we've got. And obviously the slurry yard, when we place it, that will be super duper. It really will. Wow, I didn't know Farm Supplies Production actually does that, buys that. Digestate. Yeah. So really there is no... Now that is a point. No, well, let's look for silage. Yeah, it's just our multi-fruit buying, all that. Yeah, it's actually the buying. Laprillo. Yeah, now obviously we can sell that direct and get but then we miss out on the digestate, which is obviously the icing on the cake. So we don't really want to do that. We really don't. So what I'm thinking of doing, obviously we haven't got the cash to do. Well, I could stick another mini BGA, but I don't want to stick 4 of those down to actually do this. So there is a second solution, but it would mean at least processing for today with that particular one and seeing how much money we earn from that. Also, there is digestate. By the time we've got to January, we can hopefully sell what digestate we've got through the normal means, and then I'm thinking, I don't know how much we're going to have made, but there are these other BGAs. Now I do think this one is also, I'm not sure actually, and there is one that's the industrial BGA. Now I'm almost sure this is the bigger one to the mini biogas plants. I'm not sure. I'm sure Disturbed did one of those. If not, I shall check. I will go out and come back in, but I'm almost sure that is. Now obviously that's an awful lot more, and we haven't got that at the minute. But with all of the tick-ups and all the rest of it, obviously the other thing is, yeah, this is going to take up a lot of room. Let's just go back to our farm now that we can see that we've been over the map, and we can see that there isn't anything we can actually do. So let's visit our house. No, let's zoom in. I want the farm yard, the farmhouse. Let's visit. If we just quickly, now obviously we can move our BJ once we had got, yeah, let me just show you the sheer scale of that beast. It is big, but it's not that. It's, yeah, if we imagine, obviously we'd have to strip the mini BGA. We could actually, oh no, I don't think we could. Oh my life, no, we definitely can't. No way, Jose. Right, it would actually, yeah. Forget they're not enough money malarkey. We could stick that on the edge of our field next to that, as we say, to extend, not to go on the path or anything silly, but we could stick that there, and it's still not going to take up. It is a production, and obviously also brings in the fact that we can do this in the surrounding land. That I would imagine. I don't know. Tell you what we're going to do. For now, I'm going to save the game, and we are going to do a trick that we do just to see what productions that you can get. So I'm going to add this. I'm going to make a note of what money. In fact, no, we've saved it. So I can add as much money as I like, because I'm going to reload the game from the save point. So I could add, which I'm going to do. If we just add $1 million, it doesn't make any difference, because this is not ever going to actually affect anything. Right, so we've added $1 million. If now we put that down, we can then see the cycles we are going to get if we stick that down. Right, let's see which is. No, the hopper's on that side, so we're going to need the hopper there. We don't want to go over the path. I do want it as close to us as possible. 263. Doesn't matter if it's even horrible either. What we need to do is place that to see these actual cycles from it, because obviously I've never had that particular BGA, so I have no idea. Oh, I'm gone. Why is that not showing? We've just bought that. Why is that not actually showing on our... That makes no sense at all. It is ours. We have just placed it. We know this is a bit of a cheat, but... Oh, well, that's a little bit odd. Because we've just paid for that with our very own money. With all my life, Gordon Bennett. Yes, I think that is a tad. Now, how come that is not showing any... That isn't showing any... that it's ours. Sorry, I'm not making much sense. The interactive zone markers, it's not showing them. It's almost like it doesn't exist. Okay, well that's very bizarre. That would explain why. Okay, well let's just do something about that then. Yeah. We will indeed. Oh, it won't let us sell that. Well, it won't even let us demolish that. Okay, right, well, that, test one is an absolute bust. So I don't know, I'll check that, because that is obviously, it's a planet one as well. Right, okay, right, we need to add more money then for the next ones. Oh, no, this is not going to work. I'm going to go out and I'm going to check all the modular ones and all the rest of it, because that's bizarre that that isn't working. That is well dodgy. So I'm going to reload the game and we shall start again. So I'm going to see you shortly. Hello and welcome back. Right, I have reloaded this and obviously you can see the BGA isn't there. This is going to be another test. Yeah, this is not us doing... I am right. Actually, that was from Disturbed Simulations. It is the new one they did, the larger version of that. But it may... I was thinking our mods actually work. I know a little bit, not an awful lot. But it may be that it shares some commonality with that one. In other words, you can't have both BGAs installed. So we'd have to destroy that one. Well, I've removed it for now. I've literally uninstalled it just temporarily, which I shouldn't have done really. I should have just unticked it. But never, it doesn't matter. We have loaded some other ones. Again, we're going to do exactly the same as we did before, because this is a fresh thing, so this is not going to actually happen. This is us just actually sort of doing some mod testing, you could say. Yeah, so it doesn't matter that we've added this, because I'm not going to save this. This is just us looking at cycles to see what options we've got, to see in this point in time. Obviously, I could pull up the things if I was going to buy BGA in real life, and I'd know exactly how much, because there would be some bump from the manufacturer. This is the only way we can do it in the game, so let's just get on with it and stop waffling. Yeah, so we have our traditional, we have one of these is from Camelos and one of these is from that's the one with the methane pack, that's right, and one of them is from Urshaba. I can't remember which one's which. The 80 grand one. So let's, yeah, we're gonna, this doesn't matter because we can place them wherever we like. It's really not going to matter. It isn't. And that's fairly flat. So we're going to stick this, the methane one. Also comes with a methane trailer, otherwise you couldn't actually do it. So that's that one. And then we have the 135 50 kilowatts. Ooh, I like the size of that. Now that is nice. Yeah, we should stick that. I do like the footprint on that. That's amazing. And then we have the 150. Oh, I like this footprint on that as well. Amazing. Yeah, right. Smashing. Now we've placed this. And you will notice they have all got the interactive zone. Oh, they haven't all. That one hasn't. Ooh, is it the planet ones then? Because the independent ones... Aha, okay, so that one still hasn't worked. So those two, I presume those two are obviously compatible. So that's the 50 and the 60. That planet one, for some reason, isn't. Now, have I missed something? Is there a BGA on this and I've not found it or something? Because there is only so many places there is on the map that are showing blue flashy bits, and we switched everything back on. So I can't see. We can sell silage, but there's no BGA as far as I can see. Right, okay, well, mystery number one is obviously all planet ones seem to be doing something strange on the map. It's very strange, but we have two that are unaffected by this, so let's have a look at those productions and see what cycles we have. So the 50 kilowatts is capable of storing 303. Now that's never been a problem. Now this, oh, it only stores 30 tons. Seriously. And it does 9,600 if it was... Oh, do you know, I hate this. Mathematics, the bane of my life. Right, let's get a calculator. We do have such a thing on our phone. We truly do. Let's work this out. 840 cycles times 96 is 80 tons, 640. Now this also may have... Yeah, let's have a compare that to ours, the one we already have. 2,400 times 840, which is 2,400 times 840, as a total capacity of 2 million. Wow! 2 million tons of silage. How on earth could I do that? There's no way. I can't get that to do that. Oh, of course, there is some meat that, yeah, so, no, I don't get that. That doesn't seem to add up. It doesn't, not to me. I mean, I've used that, and unless you were going to wake up twice in the night, and maybe that's it. It might be that you've got to wake up in the night, and then it will do it. It does process quickly. It's also got 75 tons of storage, so the mini BGA is definitely winning so far. Obviously, the planet ones seem, no way can we do them. That's got 30 tons of storage, and silage is 48 times 840. That's what we just said, isn't it? Yeah, that's the one. And this one here does 90. No, that's the one we worked out. So I've got to be honest. Yes, being as the bigger ones don't, for some reason, don't fly on this map. It looks awfully much like to me. Actually, no. Let's go one step further than this, because this may be again map related. It may. Can we sell that? No. Wow, it really doesn't like. No. Wow. Will it let me sell that one? Yes. It will. So, yeah, there's something weird about those ones. And it will let me sell that one as well. Wow, okay, so that is strange. Well, both of those are a bust. Our BGA is definitely 100% better than that. This, for some reason, will not allow us to either demolish. It's like the map doesn't want to see it. It really won't even let me demolish. You can clearly see I've got demolish highlighted, and that is just refusing to click on that. You can't see, can you? Yeah, my mouse is on it. Yeah, like if I click on that. No, we don't want to. No, definitely not. But yeah, I'm clicking on that now. You can't see it, but I am, and there's nothing happening. So, something bad about that, about the planet ones. Let us load a bit more money, because this is even dearer. Let's buy the proper one and just see if it is actually. Let's add another mil. Because the actual proper big one is well over a mil, isn't it? So let's try that. For the big test of the 1,180,000, we have got enough money for that. And ooh, it clouds with play. Yeah, it usually does. I'm usually in the way. That would be because there's some grass on that. That is a monster. I think I was right. That has no interactive zone markers. So for some reason, the proper planet ones, the proper in-game ones, like all of the other planet ones, are totally bugged on this map. Something wrong, some incompatibility is meaning the map isn't liking them or accepting them as a BGA, hence there's no interactive zone markers. So this one is over to JMGaming because there's nothing we can do about this. So, the long and short of it is... I suppose, actually, thinking about this, right, I'm going to come out of this now. I'm going to stop recording. I'm going to reload the game, and all of this will, including the huge amount of money that we have magically got, will all disappear, and we'll be back to the little amount that we actually have. We have proved one thing. There's only one way we can do this at present. I suppose... Yeah, I know what I'm going to do. I am. Let's to do this properly. Although it is a planet one, so I'm thinking the industrial BGA... I don't think... No, in fact, I'm not going to do that. We've seen that everything that says the planet on, the industrial BGA from Disturbed Simulation still is a planet one. So it doesn't like those ones. It only accepts those independent ones, which for some reason, the 50 kilowatt, the 60 kilowatt an hour super duper mini BGA, it will only for some reason allow that, which means we fall straight back to where we were before, which is placing multiples of hours. I suppose it's a temporary thing because we aren't going to need this every year. We're not. This is because we literally grabbed all of that grass. We may need two though, because this is a monster field, and if we're cutting this 3 times a year and it does 1.5 mil, we know our BGA will only process just under 1 mil over those 4. Well, I suppose it's going to be working all year long though. True, it is. I suppose then, just for this, we were going to lose some money, but it is only 55. Yeah, 55,000 to place one of those. Each one of those is capable, but yeah, I will spit my words out. if we, for once, instead of sleeping through, if I actually speed time up until the 75 tons is gone, that would mean that 2 times in the night I could fill up, or yeah, once in the middle of the night and then again once in the morning. It's going to give us one more time through the day each of those months, so basically 3 or 4 times more income from doing hourly tick up. It is going to be an absolute pain in the backside, and I will obviously time lapse that particular section because I want to show you that I'm not cheating. I really do. It matters to me enormously, so I'm going to do that, but I am going to time lapse that particular section. So I'm not going to bother with the industrial because I know that's not going to work. There is the modular one, but it does work out quite expensive, and I can't remember if it's a planet. So I've done all the little ones, the independents, and we can see that the size of the hopper isn't right. I thought it was an Urshaba one. I'm sure its storage was 100 tons. I'm sure it said it was. Oh, it was the methane one. No, it wasn't. I don't think it was. It's probably one of those planet ones. One of them was definitely the Urshaba one. I think it was one of those, and they are both planets. So yes, one of those. No, they actually. That's bizarre because they're both planets, and yet they both worked. But this planet one didn't, and the industrial one, Biodisturbed, also didn't work. That is everything we've got, isn't it? Yeah, it is, the in-game ones and that. So for some reason, anything with the word planet on isn't working. So they must all be linked to the in-game BGA, even if they're independently done. So they're out of the question. It looks like it falls well, no, you could say fortunately, but yeah, it would be nicer to do it with a bigger one, but it looks like we've got to do it with at least 4 of our little ones, or maybe 3, I would say, if we're going to do the through the night trick, where we aren't sleeping. Obviously this is, either human being would be sleeping if I was alive in this game, really, but obviously we're speeding time up to show that through the winter we are literally processing every few hours all of that silage. So that's what we're going to do. It's going to be an absolute pain in the backside. I know what I've got to do, so there's going to be an awful lot of work now in the backgrounds. I will show you me placing the other BGAs. I will. I'm going to stick. It's 2 more to begin with, and if it's obvious, can I afford it on our 100? No, maybe I'll be able to place 1 to begin with this month. Then next month we will place a second one, well, a third one, another new one, should I say? And then we'll go from there. And hopefully, by the time we get to January, we shall see whether we're going to do it or not. And then we'll place the 4th one. We will obviously be selling the 3 new ones, which are a temporary thing. Obviously you wouldn't do this in real life. You would actually buy the big one. Yeah, you'd upgrade. I'd upgrade to the industrial one. Unfortunately, due to something on the map, it's not allowing me to do that. So yes, this is the only way the game will allow me to upgrade. Should we just put it that way? Because I can't use any of the in-game ones, even if I did earn enough to actually buy one. So yeah, it's the only way I'm going to get it done. So I do apologise because it's a bit messy, but it is the only way. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to stop. I'm going to literally reload the game, start from scratch. I shall show you me putting the second one down pretty much where that is, and we'll go from there. So I'm going to see you shortly.